pestilence, earthquakes. Well, let's talk a little bit about earthquakes. National Geophysics Data Center, the earthquakes between 1940 and 2020 have gone up 4.9 times. And that's even accounting for better equipment. It's not just because they've got better seismic equipment. There are more problems, more earthquakes that are taking place, greater magnitude. You realize the tsunami that they had that affected Indonesia was an earthquake. The earthquake in Haiti, thousands have died in the last few years. It seems like they're mounting. Natural disasters. He tells us that will increase. He said that, here's actually a report, according to the BBC, the number of weather-related disasters has increased by a factor of 5 over 50 years. Now, this is not a religious report. This is a report of an insurance company based in Munich, and they want to know how to insure, and they look at the natural disasters because the more disasters, the more money they lose, and they see a trend. It's not a religious organization. Have you noticed the trend is going up for both geophysical, meteorological, hydrological, and climatological catastrophes are increasing. And with more people in the world are affected by those. Jesus said there'll be plagues, pestilence, same word. Does anyone remember something that happened between like 2019 and 2023? A global plague. And it wasn't the most deadly. You go back to 1918, somewhere between 30 and 50 million people died from the Spanish flu. And so, of course, the leaders in that field are saying there could be something worse on the horizon. Jesus said these things will accelerate in the last days. And thousands of people died from the Ebola outbreak in 2011. And we know COVID kind of paralyzed the world for a while. Jesus gives us another sign of the last days. He said it will be as it was in the days of Noah, that because of the hardness of people's hearts, their love will grow cold, and there's more violence. Now, I know you are good people, but not everybody in New York City is as good as you are. And Karen and I were just watching the news last night, and some of you saw where just some random man went up and clobbered an old woman that he didn't know and knocked her to the street and walked away. That's called crazy violence. Jesus said that would be one of the signs as it was in the days of Noah. What does it say about the days of Noah? You can read there in Genesis, the earth was corrupt before God and violence. Now, let me tell you something, just it's kind of a personal pet peeve of mine. Everybody's trying to figure out why is there so much violence. And I'm not saying that the motion of guns and more deadly guns is not a factor, but I think it's something even bigger. If you have a society that is entertained by violence, if you have a generation of young people that grow up playing games that involve shooting digital characters, they soon lose the separation between fiction and reality. The value of human life is diminished. If we're all being entertained by watching bloodshed that gets worse and worse with every new program in order to keep the audience, and we wonder, why is violence increasing? Well, maybe it's because people are feeding on it and it's affecting our natures.